Hey everybody, I'm back. So all I want to do today is just take care of this right here, this dynamically change the game resolution. So right now um, have a game resolution set here at the very beginning. And it's the same as the window height, but I can set that lower. And I actually haven't seen what happens if I set it higher. I'll do that in a second, but just to understand what's going on. Let's see, this should be 340, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, so I can set it to a lower resolution, and of course the game looks worse, but that's to be expected. But then, so my window width is the same as the resolution width and same for the height. So just out of curiosity, what if I make this bigger? What if I just say 1300 by 775? I suspect it's not going to work. I think the window has to be at least, yeah, it's just black. If I resize it, and yeah, it doesn't work at all. But yeah, that makes sense though, because if you're setting the resolution to be a certain size, you would expect that you want the window to be at least that size. So um, I'm okay with that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the resolution to be something ridiculously low. So like, what's 256? So if I have 256 and I divide it by 16.9 aspect ratio, it's about 144. Alright, so this is going to look like garbage, but that's okay for testing purposes. It actually looks halfway decent. Like, if that's the look you're going for, I might consider making a game with this kind of resolution. This, I don't know, it just has this nostalgic feeling for me. It reminds me of playing the PlayStation 1 back in the 90s. But anyway, for testing purposes, I'm going to keep it like that. And so since I can change the resolution here, I think it's not that hard to change it dynamically, like while the game is running. Let me pull up the Google box here and let me just Google this real quick and just see if there's any special functions. I don't trust Stack Overflow. What about like a resize buffer? Okay, yeah, so it's in part of the swap chain. You can resize the buffer here. Changes in the swap chain's backward for size format. This should be called a resize. Yeah, so this is what I need, I believe. You can't resize a swap chain unless you resize all outstanding resources to its back buffers. You must resize all of its direct and indirect references on the back buffers in order to resize. Okay, I believe what that's telling me, let me look at what my main function is doing here. So here I'm creating the back buffer. And I'm putting the back buffer here on the render target view. I believe that means just like let me double check. So 1326. If I look up here to my create texture 2D. Yeah, I'm releasing the texture here. So I don't think I need to keep it in memory down here either. What would I say? 1326. There it is. Yeah, so I think this back buffer here I can release. Okay, yeah, everything still works as you would expect. That's good. And this one too, I think. All right. So, okay, so I'm creating the back buffer. Okay, so what I'm essentially what's happening is this resize buffers is going to replace this. But I think for the most part, and I don't need to do this, but everything else I just want to repeat. So let me make a function real quick here. Let's put it here. I'm gonna say resize. I'm gonna say change render resolution. I'll just say change resolution. And it'll take a new width and a new height. So there I'm creating the swap chain. But the things that I am using, so I have this back buffer here, but I'm appending it to this render target view. And for the depth texture, I'm appending it to this depth stencil state. So, okay, I'm gonna take these things here. No, wait. No, not the texture. The render target view. I'm gonna take this out of here, make it global. I feel like that's gonna be necessary. And the same for the depth stencil state here. I'm going to do this because I think these are both. When I resize the game's resolution, I need to resize both of these things. And I'm not actually resizing them, I'm going to delete them and recreate them. Okay, so let's go back up to, actually before I go back up there, I'm going to copy all of this. I don't think I need to redo this. But I need to go all the way to here. Okay, I'm going to copy all of this stuff here and paste it into that. Okay, so before I do all this, I have to actually release these two things here. Okay, so I believe once I've released those, whoa, what's going on? Once I've released those, I can then call this function using my swap chain. Okay, so it's one buffer. The width will be whatever width is passed in. Same for the height. The new format. Set this value to DXGI format unknown to preserve the existing format. Yeah, that's probably just the best option to use right there. And then the flags, I don't think I'm using any flags. I'm just going to put 0. Okay, so I'm going to comment all of this stuff out, and I just want to see if this, well, no, never mind. I'm gonna go for gold. I'm just gonna try it all and test it all as one thing. Doubt that's gonna work, but the viewport thing, I'm gonna cut this out from here. And the rasterizer stuff, I don't think I need to do any of that. Wait, what was? Yeah, I don't need to do that. Set render targets. And then yeah, I do need to redo the viewport, presumably. But it's not going to be that. It's going to be like when I resize the window, I assume. Oh yeah, this should, the depth thing, and in fact I believe I have it wrong down there as well. This should just be width and height here, but then down here when I'm initially setting everything up, I want to have it different. The depth, yeah, so this should be default resolution width and default resolution height. Alright, everything is still compiling. Of course, it still should run because I'm not calling any of the new code that I've typed in. So let me double check this stuff here. So resizing, so I'm releasing the two things that are reliant on that, or more so reliant on the resizing of the buffer, and then I'm actually resizing the buffer, but then I need to rebuild everything using the new resolution, the new width and height. So release the back buffer here. So yeah, width and height for the depth thing. Yeah, so I think I don't think, I definitely need to redo the viewport, but I'm gonna test what I got here and just see if it works. I want to put this here. I'm gonna say if key pressed once, passing in the game state. I'm gonna say game state input codes dot key, let's say F1. I'll use the F1 key. Oops, I didn't mean to use F1 for VS Code. But if that key is pressed, then I want to call that function, yeah, change resolution. I'm gonna use, I'm just gonna change, just for testing, I'm gonna change default resolution width and height. Alright, so before I throw those in there, I'm going to say plus equals 16 by the width and plus equals 9 by the height, so it keeps the same aspect ratio. Alright, so here we go. Okay, no, what happened? I press F1, everything goes dark. That's not what I wanted. What if I don't change the size, I just pass in the same thing? And it still goes dark. It's acting as if the window width was smaller than the height, which it's not. Definitely not going to be. What I'm expecting for it to happen is just the image to get sharper. However so slight. I did remove those from down here, right? It's like something's not getting set when it should be. This code is happening, right? That could be it. I could be forgetting to set the render target. Nope, definitely doing that there. Do I need to set the viewport before the render target? I don't think so. Whoops. Nope. Wait a minute. Aren't I supposed to be... Wait a minute. I'm doing the wrong thing here. The depth stencil view is supposed to be here, not the depth stencil state. Okay, this is all making sense here. God, I'm blaming DirectX on this. Why do they gotta make everything named so confusingly? Okay, so where did the depth stencil... Wait, what did I just paste? Depth stencil state. Where does that go? I think I just put it in the exact right spot. Alright, but then depth stencil view needs to go from there to there. I already put it there. Okay, so this should all work. No. Depth stencil state, undeclared identifier on 1158. Because that should be depth stencil view. And 1193. Oh yeah, because I gotta make it. D3, D11. Depth stencil. Wait. I forgot what it was supposed to look like. Oh no, it's one of those ID 311 things. depth stencil state. There we go. Okay. Still got errors. Oh, that's just too much conjunction there. Okay. And it still blanks out. That sucks. Oh, because I'm still using this thing. I need to only use the global one. There we go. That's what I was expecting, or something along those lines. I was expecting the image to just continue to show up. That's what I wanted. But do we have depth stencil state there? But we don't have depth stencil view. No, we don't. Okay, great. Yes. Okay, so now I believe all I have to do is more or less copy this. Well, actually, I need to resize the window. Because if I'm trying to set the resolution higher than the window is, then I need to change the window size. Okay. But then let me just see what happens here when I do this. Okay, nothing. Let me go ahead and uncomment that. Here we go. That's what I was expecting to happen. Yeah, so it just gets sharper and sharper as I press the F1 key. So yeah, now I just want to make sure that the window size will handle itself. So let me yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. So if window width is less than width, I'm just going to say if either the width or the height is too small, then I'm going to resize the window to fit perfectly. So, or the window height is less than height, then we need to change the size of the window, and I don't remember how to do that. Set window pause. Changes the size, position, Z order. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so first thing I want to do is, well, yeah, so I gotta do a lot of stuff actually. I gotta kind of do all of this over. Yeah, so you know what? I'm only gonna do all of this, any of this, if this if statement is true here. Okay, so instead of L param, this is just going to be width, and then this is going to be height. And is there like get active window? Yeah. Does that work? I think that's the function that will just get whatever window I'm dealing with right now, which is all I want, because this function doesn't have access to the window. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Change the viewport, but this won't be default resolution. This will just be width. And I don't know, it might be crazy, but I think that's all I have to do. Uh-oh. No, never mind. I take that back. It's not working at all. It'll all wait. Oh, what is that doing? Is it? I don't know if I'm not mistaken. It's increasing the resolution but shrinking the picture. So. Oh well, yeah. You know, this is not a very good test, is it? Wait a minute. If I am. So yeah, if it's changing the viewport, then that would mean that yeah, okay, never mind. I do need to change the viewport regardless. So yeah, this would be else. So yeah, let me put this back here. And then put this here. Whoops. Then this is gonna happen no matter what. Okay, so in this case, we're just gonna say viewport dot actually I don't know. Oh, I guess it would just be the same as this, right? Yeah, we just want to copy this. And well, yeah, because the window size isn't changing in this condition. Wait. Wait, yeah, so this is if the window size is changing, and that should all be taken care of. Otherwise, well, it'd be the same stuff, right? And then y right. Yeah, so this should happen. Oh, but you know what? I'm not actually. Wait. Oh, yeah, yeah. So here I'm actually supposed to be setting the window position, so. Window. What? I think I want topmost. um. Oh, wait, I need to do this over again. Wait, keep passing it up. Alright, so we're going to do SX, SY, window width, window height, and then flags. Do I need any flags? I don't think so. Okay, so let me go over this. I've been doing a lot of stuff here. So if we need to resize the window, so if they're setting a resolution that's bigger than the window currently is, resize everything, set the screen center to where it should be. We're going to actually resize the window itself. That's important. I guess this can now be back to window width and window height because those should be one and the same. Don't really think it matters at that point, but window width divided by window. Okay, yeah, so that's all the same stuff here. So then, yeah, so here I need to recopy these. I don't know. Let me just see what I got going on here. Back to this. Oh, I'm overthinking this for sure. What's going on here? Oh, wait, you know, here I'm not setting the viewports width or height. That would make sense. Which, yeah, oh, yeah, I guess in this case it would just be... Huh. I don't know. I guess it would just be width and height, right? I mean, not width and height, but window width and window height. No, I don't know. Okay, let me undo all this again. Oh, wait. Jeez. Hold on. I hope I don't have to explain what the problem was there. That's how it rolls sometimes. There we go. Okay. That's what I was expecting. And then, so if it gets too sharp, it should make the window start growing, and there it goes. Yeah. Okay, so I just gotta fix the viewport stuff. It's still not working quite right. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Alright, let me double think this. So if the window width is less than the width, or the window height is less than the height, then we're gonna... Okay, actually, let me test that, because that seems to be off as well. Let me shrink this really teeny tiny. And then, yeah, so for some reason, the window width I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I should do this way sooner. I don't know if that's gonna matter or not. And then change this to just be width and height. And then that's, oh yeah, I guess that would still make sense. SX. Oh yeah, of course we don't know what SX and SY are. Yeah, because that's gonna mess all that up. So I don't think that was gonna cause a problem anyway. Let me see. Because I would think that if the window's smaller than the resolution, and then I crank up the resolution, that it should go perfectly fit the window. Alright, because it's starting 256, 144. And I'm adding 16 to the width, 9 to the height. Yeah, it's all looking good. Oh, it's probably this. Oh wait, not this, but so in this case, yeah, actually, I think in this case I just want to leave that out, right? I guess we'll find out. Nope. Oh, wait, yeah, because this needs to be, wait, window width, viewport dot width. Oh no, because yeah, now this is, I don't know, this all seems right to me, but it's not. Game state. I know this doesn't really matter, but this just looks cooler. I mean, because these are one and the same at this point. They should be. Oh wait, this is always going to be 1. That's the problem. I need to do this way up here. And then it shouldn't be that. Wait a minute. But then you want it to be 1 though, so that doesn't even matter. Am I going crazy here? I mean, it looks, I mean, it's definitely usable, but it's just, I would expect it to, I mean, if I'm setting the window size to be exactly, or I guess the only thing that's setting it apart, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's calling this function too, or it's running this code as well, and then it's resizing it again, but then this should be fitting it perfectly. That should be okay. that's not working either. So let me put this on pause, and then let me jump over here and see if I can figure out this problem. Well, actually, I think this problem is this just needs to happen here. Oops, maybe not all that. Yeah, so because that's changing, so that would be fine. Yeah, let me just try that. There we go. Okay, so if the window size is fine, then it works, but the problem is when I mean, it's still fine, it's just I was expecting it to be a little bit better centered. But maybe I don't, maybe I just need to do this. That's probably all I need to do. Wait, that would be after? Oh wait, X, Y, and Y are 1 in this case. Whoops. Yeah, it's just doing exactly what it was doing before. Which I guess is fine. I just don't know what the problem is. Like, I figured that they would be perfect. Like, there would be no gap. So why is there a gap? What if I explicitly set these to 0? Same difference. Oh wait, so what if I make it bigger than the window currently is? I would suspect the same problem. Yeah. Why? Let me rethink the order of this here. So if the window width is less than the width, or the window height is less than the height, let me try doing this first. I don't know if that's going to have any effect. Then instead of half window width, we're going to instead do width divided by 2, and here will be height divided by 2. Oh, there we go. That's all I had to do. Just get the order of things correct. Alright, cool. So now I can make an options menu where you can choose what resolution you want, and it can just, boom, update on the fly. Great, that's all I wanted to do. Let me go ahead and take that off my to-do list. Dynamically change game resolution. All right, cool. So next, what do I want to do? This will be probably shadows. That's superficial. That's going to be involved. That's kind of want to do all the optimization stuff later. Yeah, I guess I'll work on shadows. I don't know, it's intimidating to me. I don't know how that's gonna work. But you know, it's gotta get done sooner or later. So let me go ahead and push everything up. Git add git commit can dynamic resolution changing. All right, that's saving, and I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.